Hi guys, welcome back to the video where today we're doing Let's Watch episode 4. So in the last episode, if you can't remember, we watched Dangerville from 2003 and we're just going to decide what we're going to do in this episode. So yeah, let's pick. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be watching Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids. I don't know how old this is. Really? Oh wait, no. 2000. 2000. Yeah, it's getting really hot. I don't know what the audio's going to sound like. I don't know if it's going to be really bad or not. But yeah. But before we get into the reaction, the things I have to say. First of all, this is my reaction. Don't take it seriously. If you don't like it, whatever. It's my reaction. That's it. It's my reaction. So don't get annoyed at it, okay? Yeah. Second of all, I got the intro working, the one that I wanted, so we're going to play that one in this episode. And then, third of all, some episodes might not come out because sometimes copyright issues happen. That might happen with a film, with something that I'm going to do in a later episode. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, I haven't seen that in a very, very, very long time. I remember these being very weird and very creepy. Something that I forgot to say as well. Before the intro, I forgot to say that my Dangerville episode, I was very harsh on it. Very, very, very harsh on Dangerville, and I shouldn't have been. So I'm very sorry, for being very harsh on Dangerville. It was actually alright, it wasn't that bad, but I said it was terrible, and it wasn't, so yeah.
You are welcome to Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, a series of cautionary tales
I hated this bit.
for lovers of scream.
It's just so creepy. He's so weird. That guy's creepy and weird, but he's good. He's a good character.
I call this tale, this terrible tale of lupine revenge, Wolf Child.
I hope this is a good episode. They all are. Some of them are really good. There's one where there's like this guy and he goes in a box in his brain. That one's a good episode. There's one with spiders. That one's not a very good episode. That's just creepy.
In a northern land ruled by myth and fear, stories were told of wild wolves.
Why is she being guarded by a pack of wolves? Why has she got 4 children? I thought she was like a Medusa head person for a second.
That ate babies.
Babies? They ate children. Why? Okay.
The last of these wolves was killed by a man called Egan McQueen. The wild wolves never forgave him.
But they're all dead. He said they all died. So, what? They all died? So why do they care?
Now they are back. Today, on the edge of the Darnaway Forest, live the descendants of Egan McQueen.
Really? The descendants? How many descendants? Like 45 generations?
Elspeth and Callum McQueen,
Oh, they can all die. They look so annoying. The one on the far right looks like one of Homer's sisters.
eldest son Garth.
Eldest son Garth? What the hell name is that?
We must take great care with the baby, said Callum. Never let her out of your sight, for the wolves need only a moment to snatch her. Are the wolves close? Asked Garth. Nothing to bother yourself about, son. 'Tis only babies they take.
So, it's like, so Garth's like, they're gonna eat me, aren't they? And then the father's like, oh no, don't worry, they only take babies. So they don't care about their baby at all.
Garth had a problem with his baby sister. Ever since she'd arrived in the house, nobody had paid him any attention. Especially his mother. It was as if he'd become invisible.
You just gotta accept that, though. You just gotta accept that that's the way it is. Or that's the way it's gonna be for a bit. After a while, after a while it won't happen.
Maybe if he behaved like a baby, his parents would start noticing him again. That's not a bad idea. Actually, it was. It was a dreadful idea. But not in a way that Garth could ever have predicted.
If the wolves take him instead of the actual baby, are these the wolves from Don't Eat the Neighbours, except they've just grown up? If it is that a plot twist.
From that day on, Garth behaved like a baby. He sucked his thumb on the bus. Wah! Wah! He insisted on being carried round the supermarket. Will you behave? Mumsy's cross with me. Wah! Wah! Ah!
How could I not have predicted that this episode would take such a weird turn? I know that Grizzly Tales is weird as a weird show to start with, but seriously?
Carry me then. He threw tantrums at dinner. Don't like vegetables.
But he's just being problematic. That's not acting like a baby, that's just problematic, idiot.
Me and my toys are scared of the thunder and lightning. He strawberry jammed the kitchen wallpaper.
But that's not the way a baby acts. Babies sit around crying all the time. They don't go around slothering strawberry jam all over the wall.
I don't know what's got into you, Garth. I think what got into me was all this chocolate I ate. I don't mean that. I mean all this baby stuff. If you don't grow up quick, son, the wolves will be coming for you. Oh. It was as if the forest had ears.
So that's all this episode's about. It's about babies. It's about a guy who acts like a baby, and then the wolves are gonna eat him. What? So it's not gonna be like them actually eating the actual baby. It's gonna be them eating the baby that's not actually him.
Behaving like a baby didn't make his parents pay him any more attention, and what if it did attract the wolves? What if the wild wolves came while he was pretending to be a baby? Instead of Moira, they might take him! But that night, nothing had changed. Mummy! Daddy! I'm scared of bad wolves.
This kid is getting thrown out of my window. How old is this child again? Like 10? If you aren't gonna act like 10 years old, you will be absolutely destroyed.
Goo goo gaga. Goo. No, I'm not a baby, really. I'm 10 years old.
I guessed it, I said he was 10 years old.
I only wanted attention from my mummy and daddy, but I'll stop now. Please, I will. Take my sister instead. She's a real baby. No, go away. Ah! That was it. Garth was definitely giving up baby for good. Unfortunately, it was a ickle bit late for that.
Late? He should have never started acting like a baby. That was just a stupid thing to do to begin with.
Outside his bedroom window, a noisy dustbin rolled across the mud and stopped by a freshly made paw print. And above it, snagged on the wire, a clump of grey fur. Garth climbed out of bed to investigate the noise, but as he swung his legs over the mattress, he got a nasty surprise. His feet didn't touch the floor. In fact...
What's the problem with that? Are they supposed to touch the floor? How high up is his bed? Should we have a look? Imagine how high up his bed is. Right, so it's about as high as a thing. There's a chance that his feet will not touch the floor. That his feet will touch... I don't know what my point was. I've forgotten it now.
They were coming up to meet him. By the time he had walked over to the sink, he was too small to see over the rim.
Okay, now he is very, very small now. That's tiny. And for 10 years old, okay.
And when he pulled up a chair to stand on, he had to use a skipping rope to climb onto the seat.
Okay, now that's just tiny. That's not like baby height, that is like ant height, like Stuart Little.
Shrinking. Something else had changed too. Oh no! The eyes. No joking this time. Garth needed his mummy and daddy. Help! Save me from the wolves!
The wolves haven't done anything yet. Nothing's happened with the wolves, it's just he's shrunk and grown weird eyes.
He could crawl to the door, but he couldn't reach the handle. Mummy! Daddy! But his parents only heard a baby. Goo-goo! Goo-goo! Is that Garth? Ignore the stupid boy. He's just seeking attention again. Which was why Garth's parents ignored him all the next day.
Really? This has happened into the next day? I thought this was going to happen overnight and it was going to be over and done with. It's happened into the next day? And they don't care?
Lay on his back and screamed and wet his trousers. He only stopped screaming when his mother stuck a dummy in his mouth. But when his teeth and hair fell out, even Garth...
Oh my god. His teeth have fallen out, his hair has fallen out. Take him to the doctor.
You're not acting anymore, are you? No, Callum, no. Don't you see? He really has turned into a baby. The descendants of Egan McQueen heard a howl from outside. Moira!
Are these wolves that have come back, are they only focusing on the Egan McQueen family? Just because they killed the last one?
But the pram was exactly where she'd left it. Oh no, what have we done? They've got in behind us! Garth! But by the time they realised that Garth was alone, the wild wolves had already exacted their revenge. Wolves are cunning creatures who hunt in packs.
That is not very true from what we've seen on this channel, and that will further be proved correct when we get onto the later episodes.
While one wolf howled a distraction out the back, another slipped in through a front window and snatched baby Garth by the nape of his neck. And that was that. Nobody has ever seen him since. It is thought that the wild wolves took Garth into Darnaway Forest. But what they did then is a mystery. Maybe they ate him. Maybe they raised him as a wolf cub. I think they ate him. I mean, who's ever heard of a child raised by wolves? Not me.
That's it? That was so short! 10 minutes. Should we watch another one? Should I find another one, or should we just end it there? I think we should just end it there. That was alright. That was actually good. That was as good as I remember it being. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 shows left. And then after those 4 shows, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm really just gonna have a break for a bit and then start season 2 with different shows. Again, I just want to say this is my reaction, this is my opinion. If it's negative, don't get angry at me, because it is my reaction. If anything happens with copyright, I should be fine, because my channel doesn't get monetization, so I should be okay. I'm going to try and watch a film at some point in season 2. I don't think that's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then like, subscribe, and whatever, and I will see you guys in the next video. So, goodbye guys, goodbye.